The truth is what you believe it to be, but it doesn't change the truth. I've learned from you. So, Mr. Speaker, on page 659.
Opposition leader and Mico South MP Allen Chastanet gave Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre's 2024-2025 estimates of revenue and expenditure presentation 0 ratings.
I first want, Mr. Speaker, to describe this budget as a state of hopelessness. And hopelessness on 2 definitions of the word. The first is that it is empty and directionless. Empty and directionless. And Mr. Speaker, it has provided no hope to the people of this country. And I will, in my presentation and going through the estimates, show exactly that this is a government that is just a patch government.
Chastanet picked apart line items and figures of the $1.89 billion budget, quickly squaring off with Infrastructure Minister Stephenson King when he questioned perceived cuts in allocations to the Infrastructure Ministry during what has been dubbed the Year of Infrastructure.
Clearly, the members on the opposite side, who he now says he's very happy to be with, must find, can they trust him? Can they trust him? Now, the evidence is, Mr. Speaker, here it is that his ministry was reduced by $50 million in the year of infrastructure. Right? I mean, really? So that is bestowing confidence on the minister? That they would reduce his budget by $50 million in the year, to add insult to parliamentary, in the year of infrastructure. And where did the money go, Mr. Speaker? The money went to the Prime Minister's office, because the Prime Minister's office in the economic development was increased by $40 million. So they took the money from the Ministry of Infrastructure and put it into the Prime Minister's office. And I want to know, not me, I'm sure the people must be going, why?
There was no love lost between Castries North MP Stephenson King and Chastanet, who fired barbs at each other.
The reason why he got the name heavy roller is a piece of equipment, is a big piece of equipment that moves slowly. And the reason why they call him the heavy roller, okay, because he was dead weight. He's dead weight. That's what he is, Mr. Speaker. Even worse yet, if the member said he called himself the heavy roller.
Mr. Speaker, okay? The honourable member
of Castries North, please wait to be recognized.
Yeah, on a point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Please proceed.
On a point of order, Mr. Speaker, the honourable member is misleading the House. It's not people who call me heavy roller. I called myself heavy roller. Not people. I called myself heavy roller in 1992. Thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker, if in fact the member had called himself the heavy roller since 1992, I'm upset that we were not forewarned, because if we would have studied what a heavy roller was, and the equipment that everybody's seen a heavy roller, the big one with the big wheel and all, that's a heavy roller. But I'm going to say to you that what we've learned over time, Mr. Speaker, that is just dead weight.
Chastanet also threw cold water on the government's boast of a surplus.
Don't go and brag about your surplus. The surplus has come from the backs of the people of this country that are in a position of despair. They are suffering. And don't fool yourself in this House to believe that they're not and think that everything is okay. There are people on the ground who are suffering. And this government's policies have not supported them. When you allow the price of fuel, the price of cooking gas, the price of bread, the price of bus fares. But more importantly, when the good member, the blue whale, Mr. Speaker, would want to come on TV and to try to justify increasing the price of water and to want to use beer as a comparison, that people would substitute beer for water, Mr. Speaker, That's what they want to do at this point?
Chastanet faced a tight deadline. MP for Choiseul Saltibus Bradley Felix requested an additional 30 minutes to complete his presentation, but the House was not receptive.
Members, the question is that Standing Order 3210 be suspended to allow the Leader of the Opposition an additional 30 minutes. I now put the question. As many as of their opinion say aye. Aye. As many as of a contrary opinion say no. No. I think the noes have it. The noes have it.
You know, Mr. Speaker, it speaks to how genuine the statements that were made, where it speaks about when we were in government and we did this and we were the wicked government, right? You mean to tell me that members of the House are so scared? But it's okay, Mr. Speaker. There's the People's Parliament, Mr. Speaker, and whatever I'm not able to finish, I'll be able to finish at that point.
The opposition leader rebuffed the figures and outlook of the $1.89 billion budget. The budgetary process resumes in late April with the presentation of the appropriation bill, the policy address preceded by the throne speech, marking the start of the legislative year. Solange Alfred, HTS News Force.